Want to know what paint I use for my beehives? Then watch this video. Hello, I'm Griff Rees, welcome to Gwyn and Griffith. Here we talk everything beekeeping, farming, countryside living, and we do reviews as well. Now today I want to talk about paints, and specifically beehive friendly paints. Now before I start this video, disclosure, Protek the paint, the company that I'm going to recommend now, they don't know I'm doing this video, they haven't paid me to do this video. This is a genuine review because I'm getting so many messages, people asking me, Griff, what paint do you use on your beehives? What's safe to use on your beehives? So I just want to make this video and to share with you the make or manufacture of paint that I actually use on my beehives. Now, this is the paint that I use. I buy it in these big 25 litre drums, depending on the scale of beekeeper you are. If you've just got a couple of hives, I think they've got a 2.5 litre tin. This is a 5 litre tin, and they do a big one, 25 litre tin. Now, the reason that I went to Protek, up until before Christmas time, I'd never heard of them before, and I was buying wood in a local sawmill, and I asked those guys, because I was fed up with paint peeling, coming off, not sticking, and I asked the guys in the sawmill, what paint do you guys use here? And they said Protek, and they gave me a leaflet because they've been buying a bit of paint there. So I took the leaflet back, did a little bit of research, quite like what I saw, went on their website, couldn't believe what the prices were. They had some kind of winter deal on at the time where the paint was really cheap. Bought myself a 25 litre drum of it, and I've been experimenting with the paint ever since. So back in December I painted some timber hives, some polystyrene hives, and then I just left them outside for the winter. Now, glad to say that that paint hasn't peeled off the polystyrene, and I've painted polystyrene hives direct onto polystyrene, and I've painted masonry polystyrene hives that's already been painted with masonry paint, and this paint has stick to that very well as well. Nothing's come off, nothing's peeled. Now, I understand 6 months or so isn't that much of a time to experiment with how good paint is, but I did do my research on this company. They've got some fantastic reviews and their paint is spot on. Now, the reason I've bought this paint more than anything, Protek, the company that makes this paint, they've got different kinds of grade of paint. This being the best, this is the Royal Exterior, this is the highest grade paint they do, and this is the most expensive they do. Now, to be honest with you, I think this is a bit too good or too expensive for beehives. This really is for external buildings or, you know, that type of application. Where we're talking beehives, this would stain and protect, I would recommend that. The price on this is very competitive, and what I was surprised with this more than anything, I bought the wood stain and protect thinking and comparing it to supermarket paints, you know, your big retail outlets. I don't want to name any names, but I bought garden paint there historically to paint beehives, and the paint is just like water. You got to give it 5 coats to get the nice thick finish, and to be honest with you, 1 coat with this is good enough, but if you give it 2, it's absolutely perfect. So let's look on a single coat on wood. As you can see the brush marks there with me, and let's look at that now with the second coat. It's absolutely perfect. You can't see a brush mark or anything, and it's a thick colour. Just putting the second coat on has just transformed the colour, and it's gone to a nice thick deep colour. Now let's compare that with polystyrene. When you paint in polystyrene, a single coat on a polystyrene hive is, to be honest with you, good enough, because when we talk about polystyrene, that doesn't rot, doesn't get wood, doesn't get wet or dry rot. The water doesn't affect it. That's all we're doing with the polystyrene, is we want to protect it from the UV rays, so a single coat of this will do. But let's look at that polystyrene box now. That's had the second coat, and there you can see the super thick colour just like in the wood. So I would recommend using 2 coats even on the polystyrene, just because the finish is that much better. And on those examples I brushed the paint on. Now when I'm going to be building a lot more beehives, I'm going to spray this on, and they actually recommend that you can spray or brush or roll it, which is great. And surprising, because this is quite thick, and that's what you want really. Because the big thing is, when you're buying paint and you think it's cheap paint, you open the lid and that's like water. That's just been diluted down massively. You don't want that at all. You'll see the difference with this paint. It's really, really thick, and you get your money's worth. Now, another reason I'm happy to recommend this brand of paint is it's environmentally friendly. And when we're talking beekeeping application, obviously why you probably hear on my channel that they actually state that this paint is bee friendly. This actually on the tin. And for me, that's very, very important, because you're putting that on the hive. You want to make sure that the bees are not going to get ill or get any kind of fumes or anything off it. And it's the same whether you've got a chicken shed or animal housing, rabbit hutch or whatever. You want to make sure that your pet or animal is going to be safe in there. This paint is safe. It's a water based, and very, very careful who I recommend when I'm recommending brands on my page. But this level or this brand of paint I'd happily recommend. And again, they haven't paid me to say it. It's just me using this paint. And the big thing for me is I wanted to buy one kind of paint to paint the wood and the polystyrene, because I want to go down now with just a one universal colour across the board, so everything's recognisable and it's just got a nice look to it. My honey company's growing, and I need to start thinking about branding it a bit better, not having these multicoloured hives everywhere, just having a nice one-tone finish. And this Protek Wood Stain and Protect, that's going to do it. It's going to go fantastic on the wood, and it's going to go fantastic on the polystyrene as well. Well, that's it. That's all I've got to say about this paint, and hopefully you've gained a bit of knowledge and a bit of experience, and I've taught you a little bit about this paint and why I use it. Well, that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Now, if you liked this video and you want to watch more of the same kind of content, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I try my best to put a new video every week. Thanks for watching.